I'm killing every monster in old school RuneScape by release. This is Beast Release. He has no restrictions on quests, skills, diaries or items, but he must kill all monsters in order. Once killed he can return to them at any time, and the goal is to kill them all. In the last episode we killed over 50 new monsters released into the game on the 27th of February 2002, completed the Heroes quest and spoke about BRM2. Today we start to set the wheels in motion to achieve this goal. The rune crossbow will probably be our best in slot range weapon for some time, and getting this unlocked will raise our chances of completing the series. It gives us plus 90 range accuracy, and matched with the ruby and diamond bolt ease, this will be our go-to for PVM. But Beast Release, how will you get this, you may ask? Well, the answer lies on the 24th of September 2002 and the release of the King Black Dragon. He drops rune limbs and their drop rate is 1 in 32. So KBD is coming up soon and we need some gear upgrades to be able to kill him, along with the requirements to fletch the rune crossbow and the bolts. We also need to raise our range level to be able to weld the crossbow and kill KBD. Before we get there though, we have a few things I want to box off. It's about time we spent some money on some items to speed up these grinds, and it's time to unlock the rune axe from the Woodcutting Guild. Pricey, but it'll help. It's probably a benefit for us to buy the rune pickaxe as well, just to speed up this mining grind. It's also about time I started bumping up the construction levels. There is 25 construction, the crafting table upgraded, I suspect you already know where we're going, 4 clockworks made, and time to unlock Fossil Island. Unlocking Fossil Island will give us some huge benefits. The birdhouse runs will supply us with seeds for farming and passive hunter experience. The giant seaweed will be key to leveling our crafting levels, and the volcanic ash will give us access to the ultra compost. I need to complete the observatory quest for the extra 5 kudos. We need 100 to start Bon Voyage, and completing this along with the 50 I received from cleaning finds will give me enough. I genuinely can't believe how many times I've done this quest and still haven't hit my own star sign. There's the final piece of the puzzle put in, and it only took literally 2 inventories to get that done. There is 103 kudos, 29 herblore coming in off the lamps as well. In the Bon Voyage quest we need to support the Varrock Museum in completing the building of the barge that will set sail to an unexplored island in the east. There's been many attempts to make it to the island, but none have been successful so far. After speaking with the navigator, he tells you about the many unsuccessful attempts and believes that it's a cursed voyage. We spent our time wandering round Gillenall for lucky charms to make the crew feel safe before their journey and set sail. Finally, that took like 4 attempts. Every time we got near the end of the progress bar, it just completely blew us off course. Now all I need to do is box off 40 crafting and 2 more magic levels, and then the birdhouse runs will be up and running. The farming level is on the up with level 14 coming in. We can plant our first herb seeds as well. Feels good. We're progressively gathering the resources for 69 fletching. We currently need 4,000 maple logs and 4,000 bowstrings. We currently have 13,000 logs banked, which is about 32.5%, and 520 bowstrings sitting us at 13%. This is something I can do pretty AFK though, so as I said, we're getting this progressively. There it is, the first herb seed grown on the account. How beautiful. Just completed an easy clue scroll too. Let's see what the reward is. Absolutely nothing. It's about time we boxed off that 47 magic requirement. We hit 41 crafting earlier today, so we can finally get our birdhouse runs up and running on Fossil Island. 46 magic. And there's 47. Let's go make them ruby necklaces. Right, I completely underestimated the 40 smithing requirement for the gold bars, but there is 4 dig site pendants completed. Hey, the first birdhouse is up on the account. Another day, another inventory of bowstrings, and that puts us at 2,135 logs cut and 1,811 bowstrings. I'm here killing blue dragons, not the most effective, but the bones will be great for the prayer XP. We need to get ourselves to 56 magic. Ah, there we go. 56 magic is done. One less thing to worry about. That'll allow us to complete Family Crest. 60 fletching coming in, and we've also cut 3,560 logs and 1,811 bowstrings. It's time to start boxing off some more monsters, and we have 3 dates to complete before getting to our next training spot. The 18th of March 2002, the 9th of April 2002, and the 30th of April 2002. So the 18th of March sees the addition of a dungeon to the wilderness, new crafting methods are added to the game, the new server finally arrived, and we had the release of the level 27 Black Unicorn. The 9th of April we see the addition of 3 new monsters, the level 28 Hobgoblin, the level 53 Ogre, and Chronozon, the monster that's part of the new quest, the Family Crest, where we will get our Goldsmith Gauntlets. And the 30th of April we will see the release of Thieving, a new quest, Tribal Totem, and the expansion of Ardoin. 4 new monsters, the level 20 Guard, the level 46 Knight of Ardoin, the level 62 Paladin, and the level 69 Hero. Right, first up is the Black Unicorn in the Wilderness, so let's head on in. That one is a super easy kill. There's our Black Unicorn down. Let's move on to the next date. Right, the 9th of April, we need to box off the family crest. We also need to kill the ogre and the hobgoblin. I've got one more requirement I need for the family crest, which is 40 smithing. Quickest route I can get this done will probably doing the Knight Sword quest. So everybody's done the Knight Sword, but basically surviving Squire has lost his sword. We need to feed a dwarf a red berry pie to get his attention. He needs a picture of a sword along with some blue right ore and 2 iron bars. Makes us the sword, we give it back to the Squire, and that is quest complete. 40 smithing. We also boxed off the level 28 Hobgoblin while down in the mines in Port Sarim. We've killed the level 53 Ogre over at Castle Wars, and we collected some items to get the family crest completed. So the family crest quest is pretty straightforward. A nobleman has 3 sons who all have a piece of his family crest. He needs to prove that he is from a noble background, and we have to retrieve the items for him. Son number 1 and son number 2 were pretty straightforward to get the pieces from, but son number 3 is the one we need. We need to cure him of his alcohol poisoning first before he sends us over to kill Chronozon, the final monster from this date. Again, Chronozon is another simple kill for us, but he needs to be weakened by hitting all 4 blast spells. This is why we needed the 56 magic, and I have the +3 boost from the Wizard's Mind Bomb. There's the kill, and that is Chronozon down. There's quest complete, and we now have our own goldsmithing gauntlets. Finally, the 30th of April, and it's time to kill the 4 monsters in Hardy. Very easy once again. The guard down, the knight down, the paladin is down, and finally, the hero is down. Right, if my calculations are correct, that should be the final log cut. So all we've got to do now is turn all these 3,358 bows into actual strung bows. 69 fletching done. We can now make the rune crossbow and also the runite crossbow bolts. Glad that's done. Now time to get all these ouched. Right, we're just finishing up the nature runes we had in the bank. Got ourselves our first 77k. I think we've done about 250 or so already. 60 magic and 950 total level as well. That's flying up now. 50 more levels and we'll hit the big 1,000. Right, we've bought the remaining nature runes and some extras and bought some lore runes just so we've got some teleports in the bank. The final maple longbow is ouched and that gives us a nice lump sum of 609k. Next up, need to fly over and buy the bow and crossbow and the bolts. I completely forgot that you'd actually get the magic XP off the back of all them ouches, so 64 magic is achieved as well. Right, that should be enough bone bolts to last us a lifetime. 27,000. Let's gear up and head over to the fire giants. Feels good, man. Everything just seems to be falling into place now. The fletching's done. We've got the bone crossbow. We've got the bone bolts. Everything's just looking magic. But here we are. We're going to sit here now till 61 range. Let's see how long it takes. Should be about 580 kills. First level coming in, 47 range. Get out. I think that's like KC number 3, KC number 4. Yep, KC number 4, the rune skim is done. Another HP level, level 50, 49 levels to go till 99. Over halfway now. Our first roll on the rare drop table and we get a rune bar. 1 in 3,277. Another roll on the rare drop table, the rune two-handed sword at 1 in 5,461. 55 range coming in. We are not too far away now. 60 range. That's it. 61 range is done. We can now weld that rune crossbow. Let's have a look at it. There it is. Members can now weld the runite crossbow, weld runite crossbow bolts, and use dragon throwing axes. After 488 of the fire giants, we are done with range. So we have finished the 69 fletching grind, the 61 range for the rune crossbow, unlocked birdhouses, started farming and unlocked the rune scimitar from the fire giants. Next time we start the mining and smithing grind, continue pushing on with farming and hunter, and finally unlock King Black Dragon.